Here, even my dog won't sit with me anymore. What are you doing over there? Uh-oh. What are you doing? Probably throwing up.
What are you doing? Hey, Murphy, hey, Murph. What are you doing over there, Murph?
See, another Irishman.
Yup, there you go. This place is full of mix.
Oh, yeah. Now, if he was only a red-haired Irish setter, but he's not. What are you? You're a Min Pin Rat Terrier mix. You're a good-looking boy, just like your dad. Come on up. What are you doing? Uh-oh. What are you doing? I ain't got a serious tail wag going on there, but you also look like you're going to vomit. You want to come up? You want to come up? Come on up. Yeah, that's a spirit.
Yeah, my dog's down at my mother's right now. She, when I was going through some stuff in my life, she watched my dog for a while, like a year and a half. So, with her only being a block and a half from me, Jesus, I need something to drink. I let her have the dog every couple of days. She'll have him for a day or two, then I'll have him down here, and so on and so forth. So, then she'll drop him off like on her way to work in the morning, and yup, he's a good dog, man. He's 9 now. He just turned 9. He's a black and tan coonhound and mountain feist mix. Name's Hank. My ex-wife got him for me as a wedding present. Somewhere, I think we were living in Dahlgren. We were stationed in Dahlgren, Virginia at the time, and I think she drove to West Virginia to get him. So he's a West by God native.
Where were you living?
In Dahlgren, Virginia. Dahlgren. It's right over the Potomac from Bethesda, Maryland.
Oh, I thought it was spelled D-O-G. And I thought, well, there you go. Now you know why you got a dog. Or a D-A-H-L. Or what is it? D-A-H-G. Yeah, dog.
D-A-H-L. Got it right the first time. Yeah, Dahlgren, Virginia. Naval Weapons Station, Dahlgren. And they do weapons testing there. They fire out in the Potomac. They do like 5-inch gun testing there. They do EOD, the explosive ordnance disposal, does training there. They do SEALs do training there. Do explosive training there. And then they have radar schoolhouse is there. They have a big superstructure of a ship that's right in the middle, kind of like of a field, and the schoolhouse surrounds it. It's a big working shipboard radar. They have one of those over in Jersey too. They have an Aegis radar training center. Well, it's not really a training center. It's a research and development center over in Jersey. I think it's in I want to say Burlington. It could be. I think I'm wrong though. It's up in Central Jersey somewhere. And they also have another Aegis facility in Wallops Island at the NASA base too. It's another same deal. That's where they did the R&D for the new DDG-1000 class of ships for the Combat Information Center. I went there for a job interview when I first got out of the Navy as a tech rep position and working on the R&D program. And I didn't get the job, but I was lucky enough to see the new combat information centers on for the new ships way before the ship was ever built. Man, it was super cool being able to see some of that stuff. And that's back when I still had my security clearance, so I was allowed to see it. Yep, did some cool stuff in the military.
Wow, it must be fun time sailing up and down the Potomac. All of a sudden you find out you're in a missile testing area in the river. Fun times.
Oh yeah, well they obviously off the. Yeah, they put these big inflatable like balls. So I don't know, I'd say they're probably 15 feet in diameter, 10 to 15 feet in diameter, and they float them out there in the middle of the river, and I anchor them, and then they fire at those. But they have, obviously, boats out there blocking off the river when they do it, and that's where they also tested the Navy's new railgun, is where they built that and did all the R&D for that. It's a big laser gun, basically, is what it is. Concentrated, electricity and lasers, which they're wanting to put on ships. You can look it up. Just look up a railgun, R-A-I-L gun, railgun, the United States Navy, and they have some videos of it now on YouTube.
Lasers, huh? Well, it stands for light amplification through stimulated emission and radiation.
Yep, there you go. U.S. Navy electromagnetic railgun. Those videos right here on the U.S. Navy railgun, their most powerful cannon. And this is the picture of the one in Dahlgren. There's the picture of it. Dahlgren's a cool base, man. Super cool. Super spread out. It's like, and like base housing is like they put up a fence around Mayberry. You know, it's a little teeny little town and these little houses in the woods, and it's definitely the coolest base I was ever stationed at. And super spread out, and they have a bunch of explosive bunkers everywhere. So you'll be driving through and going out like the back, the rear gate, and you see all these little bumps in these little hills out in the fields, and it's just all explosive bunkers. What do you call it, where they keep all the explosives, all the bombs and stuff, and caches. Yeah, that was a fun time, man.
What can we blow up today? N1BCG. I wonder if Brett listens while he's having dinner. I wonder if we're his dinner time entertainment. Meanwhile, we can do the snoring dog net. I guess I disturbed him with the microphone. Get that thing out of my face, he says. My goodness.
Yeah, you should check it out, man. I'm just watching one of these videos. I saw them fire it live fire when I was there, but obviously didn't have an up-close and personal look like this on the video. Yeah, BAE was the company that made it, that was contracted to make it. It wasn't Lockheed or Northrop. Yeah, it was BAE. That's who runs a lot of the shipyards that our ships go to when we're in dry dock.
Well, that's British Aerospace.
Yeah, BAE Systems.
Yeah. Yeah, they BAE makes all kinds of stuff. The only stuff that I'm familiar with is their airliners. But yeah, BAE, huh?
Yeah, they have a big shipyard down in Norfolk. It's huge. I think they have like 3 dry docks there too. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Newport News Shipbuilding isn't run by BAE, I don't think. Where they build the carriers. I do miss living down there. It's like military everywhere, living in that area. Living in Norfolk and Newport News, and it's everywhere you go. Like when you're out, you see somebody in uniform at the, at the Wawa, or at the convenience store. Or, there's always some base you're driving by somewhere, and Southeast Virginia is, I'm sure as it's mostly all military. I don't know. I just miss sometimes being around that, going on base and seeing all the ships, and I don't know. I miss it every now and then.
Hanging out at the bar wearing your uniform, yeah.
I didn't do that much, man. Even when we were in port, I didn't do it. It's just I got tired of wearing it. And a lot of times, people think like, oh, you go out and wear your uniform, and people are gonna, you're gonna get special treatment. You get special treatment, all right. You get treated like ass.
Wow, sounds like right at the end of Nam.
Yeah, a lot of countries don't like us. And a lot of it has to do with a lot of these ports that we go to. We've been going there for years and years and years, and sailors or military personnel before have already screwed it up for everybody else.
Well, yeah. The most recent example of hatred is in Japan, and whoever the CO is there that's got to be one of the most frustrating positions you could ever have, because what was it? It was last year or something like that. What was the case? Yeah, these U.S. military guys ended up raping this Japanese girl, and and the people had it. They didn't want to have the base there, and now this crap goes on. Well, I don't understand why the military doesn't say, listen, we're actually on a base in another country. In case you guys haven't noticed, this isn't the U.S., and there's a country that's hosting us here, and you guys, when you walk off this base, you're actually representing the United States. So don't be a bunch of a-holes. Don't even get egged into anything, and for God's sakes, don't do anything that's going to create an international uproar over our being here. And despite that, this kind of stuff happens. It's like WTF.
Well, you're 100% right. Yeah, it's Yokosuka. That's a naval base. Naval Station Yokosuka. U.S. Fleet Activities, Yokosuka, Japan. For years, they went without having liberty. If you were stationed there, you weren't on a base for years. Okay, and then they finally let people, let guys off base and gave them stage 2 liberty, and they went and screwed it up again. What happened there? This is back when I was in. These guys, these sailors, stole a cab. Okay. They stole a cab. They beat up the cab driver, stole it. I don't remember if they killed him or they just beat him up. And then they went and crashed into a ditch and then lit the thing on fire. Okay, and that basically shut down liberty for the base for a very, very, very long time. And then I know they ended up reinstating liberty at some point. I'm pretty sure they screwed it up again. And I don't know if it was what you spoke of, if that was at the Navy base or wherever. And even if it wasn't at the Navy base, it would have probably screwed up liberty for all the bases. And like you said, you hit the nail on the head, and they used to tell us this all the time. When you're in the military, you're representing the United States of America wherever you go, whether you're in uniform or you're not. You have to uphold, the traditions of the United States military and hold yourself, to a different standard. You're not a civilian anymore. Just because you throw in civilian clothes doesn't make you a civilian, and make you think that you can act whatever way you want to. So a lot of guys seem to forget that and have a hard time with it, and they screwed it up for everybody before them, The reason rules are in place, anywhere, are because somebody screwed it up before you did.
Yeah, I can't even imagine the repercussions, you know, being that guy who did that, or being in the group that did that, and then you got to come back to the base, and now all your friends, everybody is going to have to pay hell because of what you just did. Wouldn't want to be that guy.
Yeah, me either. Alright, Clark, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go make some dinner. And the home run derby for baseball is tonight. It's All-Star week. So I'm going to go watch the... get ready for the home run derby. Starts at 8. Like I said, eat some dinner, go warm up this corned beef. And some green beans, and get my grub on. We'll talk to you. N1BCG, W3MMR. Blaine, if you're still there, bye!
Oh, Perry's getting his grub on.
That's right. Who was that?
I said it's still ain't as good as my roast.
Who was that?